As one of the most populated countries in the world, and as a global manufacturer, China emits more greenhouse gases than any other country, and their emissions rate increases each year. I have always cared about climate change and believed that we needed to work harder against it. After further research, I have come to the conclusion that without efforts from China, the progress the rest of the world makes against climate change will not be enough to make the significant difference that we need to see. If no serious action is taken, there will be severe global consequences that we and future generations will be faced with, which is why we need to understand China's contribution to climate change, what will happen if we fail to act, and what we can do. First, we need to understand China's impact. China is one of the most populated countries in the world and is the largest emitter of greenhouse gases, producing over 10 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide every year, which is equivalent to more than 28% of carbon dioxide emissions worldwide. China relies on coal for over 50% of their total energy production, which is a huge part of why China is producing so much more than the rest of the world, as most countries have at least began using more renewable energy sources. Though China is not completely ignoring the issue, the country has been investing in renewable energy sources. Coal continues to be approved and a prioritized energy source in many of their power plants. In 2023, China approved more coal power plants than the rest of the world collectively. China's selfishness of prioritizing their economic growth over climate won't just affect them, but every other country as well. China's use of coal for energy contributes to global temperature rising, creating extreme weather events and rising sea levels, and in turn leading to food shortages. This damage also leads to global health issues from lack of clean air and declines in the global economy. Air pollution from factories in China bleed into other countries such as Japan, as well as the surrounding oceans, and fracturing the atmosphere. With all this at stake, what can we actually do to stop it? Though we cannot directly control how China's government decides how to get their energy, we can still take action from afar, such as signing petitions, supporting global climate pacts, such as the Paris Agreement, and supporting climate organizations. By changing consumption habits, by paying more attention to the type of company you are supporting and buying from companies with ethical supply chains, we can help reduce the demand from goods made in carbon factories. By raising awareness about the impact of China's emissions on their citizens and the rest of the world, as many people don't understand the severity of the issue, and by voting for policies and politicians that support climate diplomacy, we can also help push China from using greenhouse gases for their economic gain. It is important for us to use our voices against carbon emissions. China emits more greenhouse gases than any other country. If China doesn't make improvements soon, the rest of the world and our future generations will suffer as well, which is why it is important for us to pressure for global accountability. Climate change is a global issue, but it won't be fixed unless all contributors, especially China, fully participate in the act. By informing, engaging, and taking action against climate change, we can all help protect our planet.